Finding what makes a puzzle game special is a puzzle all on its own. There are puzzle games that require rapid movement and reflexes, and others that take staring at the same screen for days to figure out. We're going to rank these games based on their reputation, their depth of gameplay, the innovation they brought, but most importantly, the satisfactory feeling of playing and solving them. There were a lot of games that had to be cut, but in the end, there were only 10 pieces that fit to make this puzzle.
Number 10. Hitman Go.
Square Enix has done a great job with their Go spin-off games. Their take on making Hitman into a puzzle game works because it still feels like a Hitman game, even though it's drastically different from its predecessors. Each puzzle looks simple at first glance, but you soon learn that going through the obvious motions will get you killed immediately. Hitman Go is a great reimagining of an IP that makes the best use of both genres.
Number 9. Limbo.
Limbo uses puzzles disguised as set pieces to create an experience that challenges you while telling a deep and interesting narrative. It may feel a lot like the puzzles are pretty simple and not too difficult to solve, but the actions of solving them have a purpose that continuously builds as the game guides you through its eerie setting. Limbo's atmosphere and brilliant use of momentum and progression puts this game in a league of its own. Its puzzles are so well blended into its gameplay that it makes something, as tedious as moving a block, feel important and meaningful.
Number 8. World of Goo.
Usually motion controls in puzzle games scream for cheap gimmicks, but not in World of Goo. This game has one of the best physics mechanics in gaming, and its controls on the Wii and Switch fit the game perfectly. The game challenges you throughout its beautiful and colorful world to the point that you almost start to care about these little blobs. You can't just build a cheap bridge to where you need to go or your tower's going down. You need to carefully plot and construct every aspect of it in order to reach your checkpoint. World of Goo still stands today as an example of excellent gaming innovation and originality.
Number 7. Super Scribblenauts.
Super Scribblenauts is a game that is played by writing out any word you want to create objects and solve puzzles. While it's tempting to just experiment and write down every dirty word you know to see what makes it into the game, it's a puzzle game that gives you freedom in a way that most games can't imagine to imitate. This game allows you to throw on adjectives as well to make your objects even more specific in their functions for puzzle solving. It's not the most challenging game on this list, but it rewards the player for showing as much creativity as possible.
Number 6. Zero Escape.
The Zero Escape series is one of the most underrated franchises ever. All 3 games in this series are great games, and the 3rd game in the series was brought to life solely through the love and support of the fan base. While really any of the 3 games could have made this list, I'm going to go with Zero Time Dilemma because it has the best controls of the 3 and represents everything great about this series. The game throws you in a room and tells you to escape by solving the room's puzzles, but there's always more depth to what you're doing than just escaping. You're constantly solving the bigger puzzle of who Zero is and why you're all in the position you're in. Each character has a mystery to them, and piecing together the story leaves you feeling accomplished and rewarded. Zero Time Dilemma is a marvelous puzzle game that takes you on a well-earned adventure you'll never want to forget.
Number 5. The Witness.
There are a lot of people who don't understand why this game is the critical darling it is. At first glance, it appears just to be a colorful, boring first-person walking simulator. However, the more you progress through, the more you learn the world's rules and how everything works. This game will challenge you, excite you, and while it does frustrate you at times, it pushes you forward and leaves you with an amazing feeling that most games just can't give you. It's an untraditional, yet brilliantly crafted puzzle game that trusts the player's abilities to solve its difficult challenges. It's a true marvel of modern game design.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Catherine is by far the weirdest game on this list. There aren't a lot of video games where the main plotline is all about cheating on your girlfriend and questioning all of your morals. The puzzle segments are like playing Cubert if hell was staring up at you, trying to murder you with a demonic baby or bridesmaid. The unique mechanics add a charm, and the addicting gameplay is difficult to put down. Competitive multiplayer also allows players to race to the top or find creative ways to kill off the other player. Catherine is a hidden gem. It may turn off a lot of gamers with its odd presentation, but it's proof that being unique has great rewards.
Number 3. Professor Layton.
On its surface, the Professor Layton games may seem just like a small collection of mini puzzles. However, these games define everything that make a great puzzle game. The characters of Professor Layton have a certain charm that not many other games have. The puzzles are varied and unique, always keeping the player versatile on their puzzle solving skills. The music and art direction has such a beautiful tone that it makes you truly enjoy everything that you do in this world. Uncovering the mysteries of the Professor Layton games are simply unlike any other game out there, and we're going to go with Unwound Future because it has the best collection of puzzles and the best story of the series.
Number 2. Portal 2.
The first Portal was an excellent game that caught everyone by surprise with its innovative take on what a puzzle game could be. Portal 2 took all of the magic the first game had and improved in almost every conceivable way. The campaign continued Chell's story, and adding Wheatley to the mix made for some of the best in-game dialogue ever. Co-op for a game like this seems impossible, yet Valve managed to blow all expectations away and create one of the deepest and well-executed co-op games in existence. Portal 2 is a product of many different gameplay ideas coming together to create a spectacle of what gaming can really do.
Number 1. Koya Tetris.
Tetris and Puyo Puyo are two of the most recognizable video games in the world, and the way these two separate games were balanced together and combined into a party competitive puzzle game is nothing short of incredible. Its ease of accessibility means anyone can jump in on the fly. The added game modes like Fusion and Swap allow for players a chance to keep playing grounds even, in case you and the other players are more skilled in one over the other. If you decide you just want to compete in one of the games across the board, that's fine. And if you want to learn the other games, the single player allows for you to learn the best practices and tell you a hilarious story along the way. Combine that with a fun soundtrack, great customization options, and timeless gameplay, and you have the full picture of the greatest puzzle game of all time.